I saw this trailer for this game called Zoopunk.
Ready? Let's go save the world.
No. I'm gonna smash this rotten world into pieces.
I've got you!
We're about to risk our lives here.
Is this the only way across?
Bratton, toss me there.
Get out of Marviter Village!
Quit already. You can't even beat the rabbit.
Hands off, Trixie!
Enough!
It's a no! No! That's enough! It's the Legion! Break and fight! Where are the guards?
Partisans, stand united! To arms!
Hand over the spark!
Come and get me!
This, the hope of the world?
Yeah, that actually looked kind of fucking sick. Sorry, I wasn't paying as close attention because I realized I already watched this already. I already watched this already. In my house here. I was sitting on the couch watching it, not to brag or nothing. But I already watched it, is the word on the street. And I gotta be honest, I like the vibe of it. There's something about it. Like there's something about it being like animals that makes it like I don't know. There's certain games that I don't like want to get into just because they seriously. I have like a weird thing about that where it's like the game some of these games ask too much of you. They ask for like too high of a level to get like emotionally invested. And it might be like a weird insecurity thing I have where I go like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you think you're so fucking great? Like I'm supposed to, but at the same time, it's like, but no, that's like I don't know. I think it might be because games aren't like my main thing. Like I have more patience with that with music. Because I think music excites me a lot more in general than any other. Like I like all these forms of entertainment, but music's the form of entertainment that excites me the most. And but even with music, even if yeah, because no, I'm thinking about it too. Because in music, a lot of times, like artists will get up their own, like just straight up their own ass, and like I've talked about it before. That's why I'm not like a huge fan of Kanye West, even though he's got some great opinions. And no, I honestly, that stuff just seemed like a guy acting out who wanted to also fucking keep himself culturally relevant and just wanted to see how far he could push things. I don't think he's actually a Nazi, but that shit didn't even actually like fucking bother me that much. It's like more the I am a god shit. It's like every time Kanye's doing anything, you have to be so fucking invested and you have to look at him like he's this fucking God's gift to earth. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't function like that anymore with shit. With any of this stuff anymore, where you have to like, you have to like fully you don't just have to drink the Kool-Aid. You gotta like fucking chug it. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking chug it and douse yourself and bathe in the fucking Kool-Aid. I don't I just want shit where they're like, yeah, we think this will be fun as fuck for you. You know what I mean? Like I like bands and musicians that are like, we just want to entertain people and have like write some cool songs and do shit like that. Not this fucking shit where it's like, we have to make it's all about me and my legacy and all that. It's like, dude, that's a you thing. That's a you thing I wish more people sort of like worried about that in private rather than making it such a fucking public thing. And it's like let other people write that story for you. I think too many people right now are writing like their own story. And I guess, I'm getting a little off track on talking about this video game, but It's why video games that don't seem to like take themselves super seriously are way more attracting to me. It's the game's like, hey man, if you're here or not, it's all good. We just think you'd really enjoy this fucking experience. I don't want a game to make me and so there's something about when the game is like a fighting game with fucking animals and shit like that. There's something about it that like there's this level of not taking itself too seriously. You know, it's like because it's you go and it's like it's not even about the animals at that point. It's just the general structure of it. It shows me that there's going to be this more focus on just having fun, which I like, especially in fucking video games. Like I think video games, while they can be these, long, epic, playable movies or whatever the fuck, I think also too it just should be a way bigger focus on just having fun. And that's what I get from this trailer. I get a sense of like Zoopunk. They're not trying to like blow your fucking dick off. They're just trying to go like, yo, this is gonna be a good time. But which is honestly too, the gameplay at the same time. I don't know if there's really anything out there besides this trailer. Oh, we got an extended gameplay trailer. Okay, so yeah, we just watched the GameCon trailer. This is the extended gameplay trailer.
Thinking is your job. Doing is mine.
That spark didn't come easy, Ray.
Yeah, a few bumps along the way.
I was also thinking about this too. It's like I get more out of this because there's no high. Like for me, I think the best shit is stuff that it's just like, yo, PA Kev, how you doing, brother? For me, I think the best shit is stuff that's just like, yo, we're just trying to entertain you, but we're also gonna like make everything that's going on real good. So like you're still gonna get sort of like depth. But I think like I like stuff where the depth is like created on its own through execution. There isn't That's why like I've joked about before, while I do enjoy Dune in more of the context of like the movies and stuff, when you read the book, there's so much like detail and heaviness that it's like, can we just get to the fucking story? You know what I mean? It's like it's too much curating your experience through this book and going, this is how you're supposed to feel about it. That's where a lot of this stuff, and that's why I personally like getting in on new shit, because there's no like pre-established conception of how you're supposed to feel about it. You know what I mean? There's no pre-established conception of that. So you can just go into it with a clean slate. Like there's certain bands I know that are considered like top of the top, but it's just like there's so much, you know, it's like there'll be a band like the Beatles are a great example. Although the tides are turning on the Beatles right now, but still the Beatles are a great example where, if you go the Beatles suck, you don't really know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you say the Beatles suck, you're probably just being a hater. Now, and I think a lot of people are getting on board with this, where it's like, I think the greatness of them is highly over exaggerated. It's great music, but like there's that movie where everyone just forgot about the Beatles, and then some Indian kid just knows every Beatles song and he becomes the greatest artist in the world. And this movie's set in like 2015, and you're like, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't like if you just hit everyone with the Beatles right now, like they'd get popular, but you wouldn't just immediately be the great. Like a lot of the perception of bands like that is constructed by the record company or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's still going to be a pushback on people being like, if you say the Beatles suck, there's still going to be a pushback on people who are like, no, they're the great. And the reason I like getting into newer shit is you can almost in like real time, or shit that people aren't like passionate. Like if you get into too much shit that people are like passionately behind, it's like you can't have an honest conversation about it. Like us talking on panties about GTA 6, you know what I mean? Like Nate's and Lemaire's perspective. I'm like an impartial party. I don't get passionate about video games like that. It's not shitting on people who do. It's just that's not one of my things that I get that I like have a passionate unless people start shitting on Fortnite. Because I do think Fortnite's one of the greatest games ever made. And when people start shitting on Fortnite, Farwild, how you doing, brother? Once people start shitting on Fortnite, I go, you're looking at, because I also like that. That's also why I like this shit where it's like farm animals doing badass shit. Because it's like, it reminds me, I used to be a big Jamie Kilstein fan back in the day, and I would listen to his podcast, Citizen Radio. And I remember they would always do this thing called the douchebag buffer, which a little pretentious, but they would like kind of bullshit the beginning of the pod that would sort of create, sort of the annoying people, force them to put in an effort to get the actual meat of the podcast. And then you would get rid of those people. And there's like, which a little pretentious. It's like, I know for me, when I listen to a podcast, I don't know, actually. I was going to say sometimes when I'm checking out a new podcast for a specific topic, I get in there and I go, can you guys just get to it? But then other times I do love the casual open-aired vibe that a good podcast give. No, I think there's also a thing that happens a lot of time where, like with Fortnite, you can sort of, if someone's telling you Fortnite sucks and all they focus on is like, it looks like a kid's game, it's like, oh, okay. So you're not able to like walk and chew gum at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're just allowing aesthetics to completely like distract you from like actual gameplay and stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like there's a similar thing with this Zoopunk game where it's like, there is something about like just adding little layers like this that sort of keep the wrong people away, in a sense. That sounds super pretentious, but it's how I feel.
But I got it.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5, it's worth a shot.
And you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong? I'm counting on it.
You know what I'm realizing? This is why I like games like Borderlands so much. Is like the aesthetic matters to me. I don't want to play a game that takes itself too fucking seriously. It's why I've never been a fan of shit that's all like medieval and shit like that. A lot of those like dark. I mean, they're hard as shit. That's also another part. But like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that. A lot of those games and Bloodborne, while they're the sickest fucking games, there's also there's a thing about them where they take themselves very seriously. And it's like, I prefer a little more tongue in cheek in my entertainment than games like that. So again, it's why stuff and then also too, the gameplay of this looks sick.
It's mine now. Finish him. Give it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now.
boss. Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
That sounds like Josh Brolin, dude. Yeah, right? Doesn't this look fun as shit? The vibe of it is also too, it makes me think of Star Fox with the animals. And I think there's part of me that just enjoys that aesthetic because of growing up loving Star Fox. Oh no, is this for Xbox only? No. Oh wait, no, it said earlier it was for PlayStation 2.
What? Huh? Come to Papa!
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us as backup, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
Hell yeah. That actually looks pretty fucking sick. I don't know. Something about that game's like standing out to me. I keep seeing like previews and stuff for it, and it just looks fucking dope. I think it's gonna be good. I do want to check it the fuck out. Yeah.